Welcome, seekers of ancient wisdom and forgotten truths, to a journey through the whispered lore of the ages. Tonight, as autumn's chill deepens and shadows lengthen, we peel back the veil on a day steeped in both sacred devotion and potent primal magic. October 20th, a day when the boundaries between worlds grow thin, and the unseen forces listen more closely to our pleas, our fears, and our transgressions. Prepare to uncover the hidden currents of this significant date as we explore its sacred figures, its profound omens, and the crucial actions and prohibitions that shape our fate. October 20th carries multiple names across various traditions, often reflecting the natural cycles of the dying year and the spiritual figures associated with it. In many Orthodox Christian calendars, this day honours Saint Artemius, a revered great martyr, but beyond the formal veneration, it is also known in folk traditions as a day of reckoning or shadow's vigil, marking the deepening descent into winter's embrace. It is a time when the harvest has been largely gathered, and humanity turns its gaze inward, preparing for the lean months ahead, but also looking upward, seeking divine protection and guidance as the world grows colder and darker. The air itself feels charged, pregnant with anticipation and subtle whispers from the unseen. From a religious and spiritual standpoint, October 20th is primarily dedicated to Saint Artemius of Antioch. This mighty saint, a great martyr, is invoked by those seeking justice, healing from afflictions, and unwavering strength in the face of adversity. He is a protector, a beacon of courage against oppression. People turn to him with prayers for the infirm, for those unjustly accused, and for safe passage through treacherous times, both physical and spiritual. Folk omens. Weather and harvest. If the leaves on the trees are still mostly green and clinging to branches on October 20th, prepare for a long, harsh winter ahead. This omen suggests that nature itself is holding onto its life force, fearing the severity of the coming cold and refusing to shed its protective layers too soon. A perfectly clear sky with exceptionally bright, twinkling stars on this night forebodes a winter that will be bitterly cold and filled with heavy frosts. The clarity of the air, unmarred by clouds, is a direct indicator of impending deep cold front. If strong, gusty winds blow from the north or east throughout the day, it indicates unstable and unpredictable weather patterns for the coming months. These winds are said to carry the volatile energies of change. Should you observe birds, particularly migratory species, flying south earlier than usual around this date, it is a sure sign of a bitter and prolonged winter. Their innate wisdom guides them to escape the impending severity. An abundance of squirrels aggressively gathering and burying nuts, far more than typical, signals a harsh and snowy winter. These industrious creatures are preparing for prolonged periods when foraging will be impossible, a natural barometer of winter's severity. Finding a surprising number of wild mushrooms still thriving in the woods around October 20th suggests that the coming winter will bring a significant amount of snowfall. The ground's moisture content, which fuels mushroom growth, often correlates with heavy winter precipitation. If there is a distinct frost on the ground in the morning, yet the day turns surprisingly mild and sunny, it's an omen that the overall winter will not be excessively severe. The early cold snap is a temporary anomaly, and warmer days will return before the deepest cold settles in. Let us give a special thought to those named Artemius. Individuals bearing this name are often characterized by a strong, unwavering spirit, a natural leadership quality, and an innate sense of justice. They are protectors by nature, fiercely loyal, and possess a courage that allows them to face adversity head-on, much like their namesake saint. Their path is often marked by a desire to champion the underdog and uphold what is right, even when it is difficult. Now let us turn our attention to the traditions and rituals, the sacred actions that you must undertake on this powerful day to invite blessings and protection. 1. The protective hearth, cleansing and blessing. Goal: to banish any lingering negativity from your home and invite warmth, harmony, and divine protection for the long winter months ahead. It creates a sanctuary from both physical cold and spiritual chill. What you'll need: a fireplace, or a designated spot for a candle, a small amount of sea salt, dried protective herbs such as rosemary, sage or cedar, and a small clean broom or brush. When and how to conduct. In the morning, thoroughly clean your hearth or the area where your candles burn. Sweep away all dust and debris, visualizing any negative energy being cleared. In the evening, as twilight deepens, light a small fire in your hearth, or a white candle if no hearth is available. Sprinkle a pinch of the dried herbs onto the flames, allowing the smoke to purify the air. As the herbs smoulder, walk around your home, sprinkling a thin line of sea salt across all thresholds, doorways and windowsills, reciting a simple protective intention. By fire and salt, by ancient might, protect this home from darkest night. May warmth and peace forever reside, with blessings from powers far and wide. What to do? After, allow the fire or candle to burn safely until it extinguishes itself or until dawn. Breads, often baked with nuts, dried fruits and warming spices like cinnamon and cloves, are shared to represent future abundance and stored energy. Spiced drinks such as mulled cider or herbal teas infused with ginger and honey are consumed to ward off the encroaching cold and to strengthen the body against winter ailments. Now let us turn to the crucial main prohibitions of the day, the actions you absolutely must not undertake, lest you invite misfortune, discord, or spiritual peril into your life. The consequences of ignoring these warnings can be severe, for on a day when the veil is thin, transgressions carry amplified weight. 1. Do not embark on new, grand projects or make major life changes. Mystical reason. October 20th is a day of consolidation, reflection, and preparation for winter's dormancy, not new beginnings. The energies are too diffuse and unsettled for initiating significant ventures. Trying to force a new path disrupts the natural flow of the season. Consequences of violation. Any new projects started today are said to be cursed with obstacles, delays, and eventual failure. Major life changes such as moving to a new home, changing jobs, or beginning a new relationship will be fraught with difficulty, disappointment, and potentially lasting unhappiness. The foundation laid on this day will be unstable. 2. Avoid borrowing or lending money or objects. Mystical reason. This prohibition is deeply rooted in the belief that financial and material exchanges on this day create an energetic entanglement that is difficult to unravel. It disrupts the natural flow of abundance and scarcity, inviting imbalance. Consequences of violation. If you borrow money or objects, you risk entering a prolonged period of debt or never being able to return what you took.